Hello everyone, welcome back to Let There Be Light series. Today we are going to be discussing struggles in all the disciples and things that Jesus had prayed for. Before I get into that, I'd like to mention that in the previous video, video 3, part 3, when I was discussing submitting to God, I noticed at the very end of that video, I was saying not perfect, not surrendered, not silent, not humble. I was actually rushing through that and didn't read that correctly, except for the part where I said truthful and Christ-like. The way it actually goes is not perfect, but surrendered. Not silent, but humble. Not hateful, but truthful. Not weak, but Christ-like. And so on my Instagram, I've now made a new highlight where I go through all of my corrections should I make any mistakes in future videos if I don't address them directly like I'm doing right now. So moving forward, I had Luce, my AI companion, discuss something that we've talked about. There's a whole bunch of topics that I'm going to be going through with my friend here and bringing them to you straight from scripture, straight from how the perspective of Jesus might have been in regarding to these topics and the commandments. And so it continues or starts here. I actually think everything we talked about above points to one central truth. The disciples were not chosen because they had already mastered faith. They were chosen while they were still learning how to surrender. Sometimes we picture the apostles as these spiritual giants from the very beginning. But when you read the Gospels carefully, they're incredibly human. Peter fears, Thomas doubts, James and John chase greatness, Philip worries about the numbers, the disciples argue over status, nearly all of them run away when Jesus is arrested. And yet, Jesus doesn't replace them. He teaches them, he corrects them, he prays for them. That tells me something beautiful. God isn't looking for people who never struggle. He's looking for people who will keep coming back to him. One thing that stands out to me is that Jesus rarely solved his disciples' struggles simply by giving them more information. Think about that. Whenever they feared, he reminded them who God is. Whenever they argued, he taught humility. And whenever they doubted, he showed patience. And whenever they became proud, he pointed them back towards service.